The new Saints Row game was supposed to be a fun, thrilling reboot of a series that's beloved by many, yet the developers went into it specifically to create something different for modern audiences, and they even attacked critics, saying haters are gonna hate and they're proud of the content they've created. But now that it's out, it's not looking too good for them, because not only are critics disappointed with this game, but fans are furious. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. I am going to be showing off a ton of posts on social media from fans who were furious with the product that they purchased, but I wanted to start with this article. It says critic scores for Saints Row Reboot are here, and reviewers declare it an overwhelmingly dated open world experience riddled with bugs. Now, this does sum up what critics are saying about this title. We all thought that critics would absolutely love this game because, of course, it's a more politically correct title. They went in the direction of trying to make it appeal to modern audiences, so a lot of the content that made this franchise successful is toned down. Of course, the main characters are soy boys, they are kind of losers, and they argue about things like student debt and waffle makers, which of course sounds absurd, but this is the direction these developers went in. And over the past few months, we have seen them attack critics and attack people who have said, I really don't like the direction that you've gone in, and they said haters gonna hate, and the media did defend them, but now critics are just bashing this title. So going to this CNET article, it says Saints Row takes a big step back, becoming unremarkable GTA clone. It says the new character settings and other changes don't have the effect developer Volition might have been hoping for. Instead, we're given an unremarkable experience with plenty of glitches thrown on top. This whole situation sounds like another Cyberpunk. Now, I will admit that I did have some fun in Cyberpunk. I liked learning about the world and the characters. It did have very great moments, but unfortunately it had a lot of bugs, a lot of glitches. The open world felt pretty empty, and in my opinion, it didn't feel like something I wanted to instantly replay. Like Elden Ring, oh my gosh, I instantly replayed it. I absolutely loved it. I couldn't wait to experience it again. But with something like Cyberpunk, I didn't feel that way, and that's how these reviewers are feeling. They're feeling like, yeah, it's pretty empty, it's pretty buggy. Unfortunately, it's just unremarkable. This next article says the new Saints Row reboot is bland, boring, and broken. A lot of people were very excited for this title. They were very hopeful that this would release and it would be an amazing experience, and all of the criticisms that we've talked about over the past few months wouldn't matter because the experience would be so amazing. Those bad trailers wouldn't really matter, but unfortunately, that is not the case. If we go on over to Metacritic, the average score for critics is a 63, which definitely isn't good. There are so many 30 and 40 scores that critics have given it, and there are some more positive reviews, but I'm going to be honest. Gaming Nexus giving this a 95 definitely seems like a paid shill review. They mention nothing about the bugs, the glitches, the other problems that everyone else is having with this game. Now, unfortunately, when I'm making this video, the floodgates have not yet opened. Metacritic is not allowing users to actually put their reviews up. It says come back to review it starting at 12 p.m. PST on August 24th, so I will be making a follow-up video looking at the user scores because I'm sure they're going to be terrible. But we can go over to social media and we can look at all of the things that people are saying. Look at this. Saints Row looks horrendous. I am crying.
Here we go. This is the final shootout with one of the central characters in the game.
Oh, it's
Here's
so
how
bad.
It goes down.
It's such cyberpunk flashbacks that is absolutely terrible. That seems like a little bit of a problem. That seems like a game that does not deserve a 95 in my opinion. That is terrible. This game is going to be memed on forever. I mean, they delayed this game by several months because they said they had to do some more polishing to the product. Clearly, they didn't polish enough. This is a post that says, so Saints Row 2022 is meant to be a game about law-breaking gangsters who, check notes, cannot rob stores, cannot kill store clerks, and have to sit in the car while others rob places out of sight. As far as I know and that I've seen and read, basically when you go to a heist, you are not actually doing it. When you want to rob something, there's an NPC that goes into the location and robs it for you. So they also take away that experience from you. Goodness knows how GTA 6 will turn out if this is the new trend. We have heard that apparently Grand Theft Auto 6 is going in more of a politically correct direction. They want to make less, racially motivated jokes, and they want to kind of tone down the edgy humor just like Saints Row. I'm sure that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be better technically, and there probably will be less bugs and glitches, but at the same time, this game is a cringe fest. And I am really worried for GTA 6 at this point. This post says, congrats Saints Row, in stripping the reboot of its edgy identity, long-term fans want nothing to do with it, and based on these scores, the new crowd you tried appealing to wants nothing to do with it as well. I don't think that there are going to be enough people positively reviewing this on things like Metacritic. I think that those people they wanted to appeal to are not showing up to purchase this product, and they're not going to show up to review it positively either. I just don't know why they decided to go in this direction. Besides, of course, they wanted to spread the message, okay? They wanted to look like they're great people and they don't want to offend anyone and they respect everyone, and that's fine if you want to do that in your off time, but in a video game franchise where edgy humor and offensive jokes have made it successful, it's just not a good direction to go in, and clearly, even the critics absolutely hate this. This post says the most confusing thing about Saints Row is the removal of rim jobs. It's now Jim Robs. Like, they clearly did it to update it for newer audiences, but who is offended by a sex pun? If you are offended by a sex pun, you're not going to be playing something like Saints Row. I mean, there are still jokes in this game that would offend people and piss people off, but they are definitely scaled back. But these people who would be offended by something as simple as this joke, they're not going to purchase it anyway. So you've lost their sales, and now you've lost sales of people like me. I am disappointed in the direction they've gone in, and a lot of other people clearly are as well. Tomorrow, when the user scores have gone up, I will be covering this topic again, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.